Okay, so instead of one idea, I've got actually 4 ideas, right? And the deal is that anyone who likes any of these ideas can come join our team and vote, and we'll all decide which one to go with. Okay, here goes. Mingle, a wearable digital badge that helps you network smarter at a conference or event such as the Web Summit. Pedal, interactive display screen that connects you to your smartphone and helps you shop smarter and increases retail revenue. Number 3, Trickle, a smart interactive solution that optimizes your water usage, very handy and controversial. Docket, smart push-to digital display home platform that helps you and your family be more efficient, less stressed, and on time for activities, events, and appointments. Thanks very much.
Hi everyone. So I only have one idea, unfortunately, but air quality is a huge problem in the world, and it's only getting worse. It's measured at a city level, so maybe a city like Dublin would have 20 monitors, but that doesn't really tell you how a person is exposed to poor air quality. So what I want to build is a wearable device that measures air quality at a personal level, and then I want to build a way to make you have realistic action upon that data. So you'll be able to see the air quality that you're exposed to day to day, and then have actionable change. So do things like change your route to work, or go sit in a park for a bit. We're pretty technical. We're looking for business people, and we're looking for a designer to help us out. And I'll probably be over there as well. Cheers.
Hello, my name is Eva, I'm a graphic designer, and my idea is a fertility tracking wearable for women who are trying to have a baby or to get pregnant. So if you track your resting body temperature as a woman, it actually fluctuates throughout your cycles. You can tell when you ovulate, and you can also tell if you actually become pregnant. And I'm thinking if there's some sort of wearable device that tracks this resting body temperature, and also tracks like potentially your heart rate or some other biometric data, so you can track your own kind of general health as well, because that's obviously relevant if you're trying to get pregnant. So yeah, if you're interested in data science, anything like that, I'm thinking there could be a dashboard so you can see all the data. So if you like front-end development, that's my idea. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Louis, and I have an idea to shock you. Hopefully not shock you, per se, but to shock. I used to work in casualty and occasionally with defib people. Okay. The problem is, sometimes they left, which is great, but usually they didn't because we got to them too late. And in the community, only 5% of people survive because they can't get automatic defibrillators to them in time. So there are lots of people walking around with mobile phones, with some electronics and batteries. We need to use some of this technology, and we need to create a special type of electrode, and we need somebody who can get 50 joules out of a simple 50 joules, okay? If you can deliver me 50 joules, join the team, and we can have an automatic defibrillator in lots of people's pockets. Save lots of lives. Thank you.
Hello everybody, my name is Lorcan, and I've got a problem. Every time I seem to take my nephew out, I seem to lose him. That's quite a common problem apparently. Each year in the US, over 800,000 kids go missing. So the opportunity that I'm looking to explore is around a wearable device. It could be a watch, it could be GPS, it would include GPS, but it's very much aimed at a children's market, but with a supporting application for parents or a minor. There is application potentially for schools as well, but I think initially it would be the home with parents. So I come from a marketing business background, so I'm looking for technical support, and I'd use it for a bit of fun for the next couple of days. Thank you.
Hey guys, I'm Johnny. First time pitching, second time hackathon. Been Chiefster last time, it was fun. I'm coming from an MBA background, and I have a problem. For the last 10 years I've been working on doors in nightclubs, and we've been using a really pain in the ass solution to keep a count on the door. I want to make an IoT version of a tally, and I want to hook it up to a mobile modularized digital, whatever you want to call it, a dashboard. I actually have experience of running an events management software company for 18 months. I was CEO, and we just got bored of it because this wasn't the nightlife industry is not a software problem, it's a hardware problem, and I want to change that. So I'm looking for someone with a wireless, someone good with a wireless comms. Would help massively, particularly Zigbee. You could prove concept with Bluetooth, but Zigbee better for multiple device connections. And I also need an industrial designer. My partner in crime is a mechanical engineer, and he's coming up after 6, but he couldn't get the bus, and I'm currently clamped on Pearse Street. So, thank you very much. Tally ho!
Hello everyone, I'm Jonah. Good job over the t-shirt, you think I robbed Louis' idea. Similar idea to Louis. Every year in Ireland 5,000 people die of cardiac arrest. And to put that in perspective, every week we have 2 Stardust disasters, we have a Hillsborough disaster every single week. But because it happens remotely in people's homes and farms and whatever, nobody gets outraged about it. So let's get outraged about it. I think the problem is that the national save rate is about 5% in Ireland. It's possible in Vegas casinos where there was CPR within a minute and defibrillation within 3 minutes that they got a save rate of 74%. So there's a lot we can do. 70% of people who are in cardiac arrest are in a place where they have friends and family around them. So we need to get an affordable defibrillator. We need to get one that is at a price point that can be put in a house. We would like to use an Internet of Things to have it monitored, because that's another problem. A lot of defibrillators are not properly monitored, maintained, and that's it. So we need all the help we can get. Come aboard. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Paul. My idea is an Apple Pay killer. Basically what it is, it's the same use case as Apple Pay, so everyone knows you don't have to use your credit card anymore, it's an NFC device. But instead of using the credit card network to do this, we're going to use the Bitcoin protocol to do this. The user won't be aware they're using the Bitcoin blockchain protocol, so end to end, as far as I'm concerned, they're using regular cash. And we're going to use the edge devices again, which is basically the countertop NFC device that will kick all this off and basically put cash in take cash from someone's bank account and put it in someone else's bank account, but all done using the Bitcoin protocol. I'm not using credit cards or the banking network much. I'm an engineer, by the way, with some entrepreneurial experience, so I'm looking for a business person that could take over the deck and all that sort of stuff the weekend, and then design, we do all the design stuff.
Hi everyone, I'm Nilsson. So the basic idea we have is we want to hook up an Internet Edison with a very small camera module that we have. Why doing that? We don't know yet. So in a very hackathonic approach, we want to find out over the weekend why that makes sense. Expect that we have a very compact camera module. It's kind of a GoPro on steroids, but on just more compact. And the Internet of Things, I think, needs more visual working around.
Hello, my name is David Jordan. My idea, or there's 2 ideas. The first one is that there's an outstanding problem in recycling in which people have to manually sort different types of plastic. It is, of course, requires a lot of labour. My idea is to use sound to detect the different types of plastic materials and distinguish the type of plastic based on the speed of sound through plastic, and then be able to sort the plastic automatically. This hasn't been done before. There's no machines that actually use sound to distinguish and sort plastic. There's some that might use optical techniques, but this type of technique would be with the bulk sort plastic, or maybe you could also have maybe a sensor on a glove, even if someone could pick up plastic, or maybe even on their phone. Eventually, you could find out how to do this so that you could actually examine the plastic and be able to tell the difference and sort it automatically. The other idea is, like what I'm standing up here today, is that you would need to be able to tell the difference, be able to speak to people publicly. So you could attach something to your phone and then be able to have an app in which people can then listen to you, especially if it's noisy or very loud.
Good evening, my name is Jamie Roach. I'm here with Morris and Ken to talk about the Growdown project. The Growdown project is an environmental conscious startup working with local communities and Dublin City Council to produce to develop a geodesic greenhouse on derelict land by employing cutting-edge ecological practices, including off-grid hydroponics and solar updraft generators. We will produce electricity and food and facilitate a number of community groups within that area. To achieve this, we need a hydroponic system that requires lights and pumps to be turned on according to various cycles, frequent nutrient mix formulas, and to mix formulas that depend on the plant species and the growth, to control the temperature and humidity within specific ranges. As there are many different types of growing techniques, it's common that hydroponic enthusiasts can only now often implement one practice. It can often lead to inefficiency that make the growing experience restrictive and generally reduce the ability to experiment. To overcome this, some of the obstacles to maximise the downwards potential, we need somebody to help us implement nutrient management supply.
Hi everyone, my name is Wearable. I'm an aeromechanical engineer, and my idea is with air crashes. I want to build a airbag system for an aircraft. For the morally bankrupt industry or people who ask why, there's an economic reason for that. The recent MH17 air crash, the Malaysian Airlines, they spent about $3 billion on that. So we're trying to build up an airbag system for them, which will enable also to find out the location. I'm an aeromechanical engineer, but another would be helpful. An electronics person with business, and anybody else who wants to join in. Thank you.
Hello, I'm Vince, and I have an idea related to bicycle. So I want to connect my bicycle, my normal bicycle, or your bicycle, everyone's bicycle. And to do that, my idea is to make a front light that is connected. So it's got basically two main features. First, you can charge your smartphone from your own energy from the dynamo. It's got a USB port. And the second thing, it's not enough, you can gather all the data from your ride, such as the history of your speed and distance, and it goes up and down. So all the data, everything you've done with your bike. And that's it. So basically it's my pet project. So I've got a very basic prototype, and it's a bit like an empty box for now. So I need everybody to contribute and to make from this empty thing that doesn't do what I've said, a working product in 1 weekend. So, thank you.
Hi, I'm Frederic, but probably you'll end up calling me Fred. I'm here with my friend Nick, and we have the idea to create a remote-controlled lock that has a cloud-based like access management system, and we want to make it independent of like permanent internet connection, and we want to make it provably secure. I have a cloud computing and general programming background. Nick has more of a business IT background. So ideally, we're looking for a product designer with ideally 3D modeling experience, and obviously anyone who is really interested in this project wants to join us. And yeah, that's kind of what we want to do.
Hi, my name is Peter. I just want to do a quick check if you can help me out. Just want to find out if anybody likes beer and having fun, having a bit of crack. Just put your hands up in the air. Great, I'm in the right place. Okay, my idea, basically, I hate going to boring pubs, and I don't like going pub to pub to find out. So the way I have of solving this is putting a little selfie machine in either a pub or a restaurant. You automatically go in, it'll take a picture and it'll post it through social media. So for the pub owner, it automatically goes after the social media for them. So typically, revenue model, it would take these pictures, do all that for them, and maybe charge 20 quid a week, 1,000 pubs, 20 grand a week. Does that sound okay? Anybody interested in trying something like that? The working title we just came up with, possibly now, is PubMate. So I said, but it could work in restaurants and stuff like that as well. So anybody who's interested, come talk to me. I need any skill set you have. I think a fully rounded team is important. So I'm very open, but again, you have to have a sense of humour. Okay, enjoy yourself.
Hello, my name is Nicholas, and I'm here with my friend Guido. And our idea is to create a smart pillbox to allow people to never again forget to take their medications. So just a little bit of numbers. There's more than 70 million people that take regularly pills for blood pressure. And if you take girls that take pills for birth control, there's almost 50 million people more. So the idea is to create a smart pillbox that allows these people to never again forget how to take these medications. These pillbox will allow them to know when they left the pillbox at home or when they forget to take the pills. So we believe that this responsibility is not only this person's responsibility, but also his families and partners. So we believe we need to create a smart pillbox so these people will never forget and their beloved ones could actually help them with this idea. We have a software guy and electronic engineer, and we're welcoming mechanical engineers and business people. So thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Paul. Internet technology, it's great, but it's killing our planet at the same time because we use too much energy. So I want to take Internet of Things and take energy and bring them together. So it could be something that optimizes your energy usage in your home, because we're generating energy in our homes nowadays as well as using it, or it could be something that makes you realize your energy. Energy is really important. There's an energy story in the paper every single week. Someone's nuclear, there's no gas from Russia. We're killing the planet even more. There's a hole in the ozone layer. So this is something that's really, really important. So the idea is something that realizes energy, something that optimizes energy, anything around that. I don't know how you're going to do it or how we're going to do it, but it's a really, really important challenge and it needs to be solved. Thanks.
Hi, I'm Polly and my idea is cash up. Anyone who's worked in a shop, bar, or restaurant, anywhere with a cash register will be familiar with the idea of cashing up at the end of the day. You count the money in the till and make sure it adds up to what it should. If it doesn't, you count it again. If it still doesn't, then you probably have to go through every transaction for the whole day and try and figure out what it was. Sometimes you don't figure it out at all. What if you didn't have to wait till the end of the day to check if the money is right? My idea is a till that automatically counts the cash as it goes in and out during the day and notifies you if there's a discrepancy between what should be in there and what's in there. I'd be marketing it towards the newer point-of-sale type systems that allow you to develop apps. I think this piece of hardware would integrate well with a number of different apps that you can make. So I need somebody who can develop apps, either Android or iOS. Business and marketing people who I think would be fundamental to this project, and of course hardware people to make it work and designers to make it look nice.
My name is David. I'm an analog engineer. I want to measure the weather. I don't want to look at Met-Éireann to see what the weather is. I want to make a keyring. It'll measure atmospheric pressure, temperature, humidity. It'll send it to my phone. I want everyone else to do the same thing. From that, we can map out pretty precise weather measurements, and we might get some interesting patterns and predict some interesting weather. So I want to try that this weekend. Thanks very much.
Hi, good evening. My name is Alfonso. The idea is very simple. It's about connected people. Just imagine you go to reception, business networking event, you handshake, and at that very moment you exchange data. Or you're on the road, there is an accident, the person is down or in the street, immediately touch the person or take the pulse. Immediately know that person has a specific condition, such as diabetes or epilepsy, stuff like that. The information shared is held on the smartphone. What I'm looking for is to build a piece of wearable, that combines NFC, Bluetooth, speaks to the mobile. I'm looking for Android developer, electronic engineer, industrial designer, and marketing people. Thanks.
Hello, my name is Deborah. So the idea is smart interactive furniture. To a degree, it's an extension of your laptop, your tablet. But the idea is, if you want to go have your breakfast, you no longer have to bring them with you. You sit down, you're at the table. It's smart. So if you have a plate of food, You put down the plate, it senses it, and let's say you're reading the news shifts into an optimized position so that you can read it and eat at the same time. A couple of other things that need to be explored that I don't know a lot about, whether or not we can have multiple users. So if a family sit down, do they all need to bring their tablets, phones with them, or can everybody have access together? And also whether waste energy from the kitchen can be used to power it as opposed to having to plug it in. So that's my idea. Thank you.
Hi guys, I'm Kevin and I'm from a design background. So I kind of want to make something, instead of using your day planner that's all visually based, that we use physical objects. So the idea would be called a content cube. And so with 6 sides, each would have a face that would represent, let's say, your Twitter or your Facebook or your email. And the idea that it would have a centrifugal force mechanism inside of it, or maybe it'd be magnetically based, so that the object feels heavier when you have a busier day. So on Monday, you probably have a busy day on your email, so you pick it up, it feels heavier. But on Sunday, then it's like, it's not a big backlog, so you lift up and it feels lighter. So just trying to put the dynamic that you engage your information away from visual and to more physical base. And also that you can tell people that it's heavy by putting in weights into it as well, so that someone can know how busy your day is. You can judge it by just putting in pellets of weight in. And as a side idea for out in the country for school buses, it'd be nice when the school goes by someone's house, it alerts the next neighbour that the bus is coming. I think that'd be very nice when you don't have internet to let you know that the bus is coming. Okay, thank you.
Hello, I'm Barry. I want to make roads safer. So when I'm walking rural Irish roads with my little husky, the only indication to the driver that I'm there is visual when he sees me. So I want him, it's too often a little too late, too late. So I want that driver to know that I'm there long before he gets to me. I want a device that goes on every signpost along my walking route that will light up just as I'm getting to it and just as I'm passing it. So that driver knows that I'm there within a 100-meter yard. I'm a designer, so I really want someone who knows how a communication device, my mobile phone, will communicate with that sign. I want someone on my team who can make them talk together and let them know that you're walking past these signs. So let's make our road safer.
Okay, so I'm Timmy. I brought up 3 bottles because I actually have a background in a little bit of circus. And I would like to develop a device that would teach people how to juggle easier and quicker. So they'd be able to do something like this better. So I'm interested in trying to develop something that's wearable for people so that they can learn this on their own at somewhat of a professional level. So this would be a small device maybe that's wrapped around either wrist that would be able to give indications to the person to what direction their arm should be acting in. Because a big part of juggling is the arm swinging up to throw. It's not the catch, it's the throw in the circus, or should I say in juggling. So that's my idea. I'm from an industrial design background, so I'm looking for people who are into engineering and into device development. So I'm looking for programmers or whatnot. Thanks.
I'm James and I can't juggle. But I'm interested in building a medical device transportation box. I'm making it a bit smarter than nowadays. They're still using kind of styrofoam boxes with the ice inside to keep the heart organs cool. So I want an interactive device that tracks the temperature inside the box. You can adjust it by having a little cooler inside. You can send a signal out to the doctors to say it's on the way, it's nearby, the status of the actual ambulance or whatever transportation method you're using for your organs or blood to get there safely, and correspond that with the Irish Blood Transportation Agency's stores and supplies across the country. That's an issue. I'm sure we all get your text to remind you to give blood, so hopefully the box will keep the idea a bit safer.
Hello, I'm Connor. My idea relates to healthcare and the Internet of Things and wearables, which is very sort of on topic. What the idea is to measure temperature, so thermometer. So currently we have a mobile phone and we have a thermometer which is independent. So the idea is, can we incorporate a thermometer into a mobile phone? Let's do a couple of things. It would be cheaper, so all the hardware would be within the mobile phone. Number two, it would just be kind of cool to be able to track your temperature, both for people in the developing world if they're sort of tech savvy and they want to monitor their temperature. But if we got this really cheap and this went to developing nations, another aspect would be very interesting to the big data and analytics and monitoring temperature rises if we sold enough of them. It's a massive market, about 850 million, so I think every house probably has 2 or 3 thermometers. This thing I bought today was 55 quid, but hopefully anyone joins the team will have a bit of fun destroying it as well, doing some reverse engineering. So I'm a clinician by background, did surgery. I've also got a background in banking, so I need a app developer, designer, and electronics person.
Hi, I'm Chris. I have a background in graphic design and industrial design, and I've been living in a lot of places, and I came across a lot of young homeless people, and I had this idea a couple of years ago, and I think it's an interesting one. Because I would try to relate to these homeless young people who never have money for smoking or buying food. So I thought if they would have a shoe shine, they could start shining shoes in cities where people wear leather shoes. And so thinking about the Arduino board, maybe it could be possible to incorporate a new sticker into a shoe shine made out of plastic. That's my idea.
Orla, and I get really paranoid every time I leave the house or before I go to bed. I'm always worried windows are open, doors unlocked. So I was thinking, even my aunt has 5 kids, and whenever she leaves the house, she's just running out and she leaves everything open. And so I was thinking, what if we put sensors on our end door handles and windows, so that whenever the window is left open, there'd be a screen mounted up near the front door that would actually light up which window would be open. So like Tony's window open, 2nd floor, and that would light up. And I'm an industrial designer. I'd love everyone to join because I need as much help as possible. Thank you.
Excuse me. Hi everybody, my name is Bernie. And I want to tackle productivity and time management. Basically, a big problem that we're having, or that I've had, if you worked in an open office space, or a co-working space, or a cafe, it's when you're trying to get work done, it's hard to communicate to the other person that you're busy, or that you're in the middle of something, or most important, that you're flowing, right? So why isn't there a simple device that helps you communicate to other people that you're in the middle of something, but it's not the right time? So this could be something as basic as a timer or as complex as finding the REM of productivity. I think this is something that's relevant for development companies, for individuals, for just anybody who needs to work for a living. It's great to work surrounded in small spaces. Sorry, I'm really loud. And that's about it. It's a really simple idea. So I think anybody who's interested in an idea, they can contribute in many ways. Thank you so much.
Hello everybody, I'm going to introduce a scanner to you. This is basically the first personal barcode scanning device for people. So the basic idea is you take the scanner to the shops with you, you take a device with a barcode, scan it in, and what it does is it creates a list of your shopping, everything you have in the fridge. So the first thing you do is set your expiry date. So this will manage your entire food. So if you ever face a problem where you don't know what you want to cook or what you have in the fridge, so this will go off, check on the internet for recipes, know what you have in the fridge, and suggest what you should cook this evening. If you're missing an ingredient, it will say you just need to buy this, and will help you go off and find the items. Also, what it'll help to do if you have other family members or people in your flat, and if they use up all the milk, it will send you a message on your phone to say, go out and buy milk, you're out of it. At the end of the week, when you're doing your shopping, you'll have already pre-done your shopping list, so you'll know what to do. So using this idea, we can go online, get your shopping done with the minimum hassle, and that reduces waste and helps you save time. So this is what the scanner does.
Hi, how's it going? My name's Shane. I'm an industrial designer, and basically when I have a part-time job in a local centre shop, one of the main problems we have is we lose about €300 a year on out of date stock. And basically if we catch it early enough, we can put it in the reduced section, same as many supermarkets and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, there's a lot to check and you kind of miss out on it. And I'm wondering, why isn't this stuff like scanned in at the start when it comes into the shop, so we've got the inventory list? And also, why isn't the dates part of this list, so we can see maybe a notification coming up on the tills, or whoever's on the floor, to put this in the reduced section or put this in the bin if it's out of date, and so we don't sell it. I just think there should be some kind of alert to out of date stock, and I think that's a big problem in small shops, and I can only imagine what the problem's like in larger shops. So my idea is basically a way of inventorizing this and connecting to the tills so that the staff as well as the managers can figure this out and sort it out. Yeah.
Hey everybody, my name is Joey. We all sleep about 5 to 9 hours a night. And sometimes it's difficult to figure out what's perfect for you, because everyone's different. So I was thinking of something that would perhaps measure your sleep while you're sleeping, a wearable. Okay, so it would detect various things such as lighting, sound, outside stimulus such as noise and things like that. And it would tell you in the morning how well you've done. But at the same time, it would post all this information to your social networks while you sleep. So you can collaborate with your friends, you can figure out what kind of sleeping patterns work for them. In the future, maybe you could move on, you could connect professionals so that they could tell you exactly how well you slept, what kind of a score you have, how you can improve. Because, I mean, everyone sleeps every night, but we don't always do it perfectly. We don't know how to. We don't know how to record it or rate it. So if we had a way of, figuring out what's the best way to sleep and the least amount of time for you, so you have a lot of hours in your day, that'd be perfect. So I'm looking for everybody from all sides of the spectrum to join my team. And also people to kind of figure out exactly what side we're going to tackle, what piece of this puzzle we're going to solve. Thanks.
Hi everyone, my name is Darshan, runs with Martian, just put a D in front of it. I'm from Washington DC, and where I live in the city, there's currently been a rash of burglaries, where people are stealing bikes and so on, and my problem I want to solve is I want to catch these guys. So I want to develop a GPS tracker that you can attach to initially bikes and then big things, but eventually, obviously we can get it smaller, you can actually expand the use to other things. So I'm looking for a team that's interested in solving that problem. My background is market research and marketing and advertising, so I'm really focused on the user experience, making it simple, easy, and that's my focus, but I'm looking for people who have communication background, miniaturization, power management, and a passion to solve this problem.
My name is Gary, and my idea is pretty simple. It's a flight recorder for your hospital visit. So this is a device you wear on your arm, similar to any other health recorder, except that it's got a voice recorder, heartbeat maybe, temperature, and just records the activities that you go through in the hospital. So for instance, if you get an injection, you just ask the nurse, what are you giving me? And you get an idea of what you've been given over your stay in the hospital. If anything goes wrong, you can then revert back to this and say, well, she gave me too much. That sort of thing. I don't know how people who work in hospitals would feel about that, but it's an idea.
Hello, my name is Peter. My background is electrical electronic engineering. I have a wearable idea that measures pollution level. So it is a personal pollution monitor. Why do we need that? So some people who are allergic to pollutions in the air, for example, cigarette smoke, that would be useful for them. Or because if we have the information stored and then sent to a certain device, the total amount of pollution received by that person can be monitored and checked. And if it exceeds a certain level, some alarm can be raised such that that person can go to a place where there's less pollution, for example, indoor. It will be useful for some people, for example, with asthma or some other allergic problems. So I'm looking for everyone who are interested in this and help to create a product.